Hello, hello. It's Friday, which is time for tarot readings. Yes, yes, I have my Feral Folklorist mug of coffee and one of my merch Feral Folklorist t-shirts. Hint, hint, have you been listening to my podcast, The Feral Folklorist? Okay, so I'm in a better mood this week. Last week I was in a horrible, horrible mood. We all get those. Mine was over the top. So much so that I deleted the um the video. So yeah, you can't find that episode anymore. But it's okay. We set some things right again, reclaimed some time, told off people that needed to be told off. Well, we saved a few. But for the most part, yeah, that put me in a much better mood. And I was able to reclaim some time to do some art, to work on my got a couple articles written for Folklorium. aromaG is all stocked up. We got our spell kits back. Um, everything is on track. So that's what we've been doing this past week. I'm sitting here shuffling the cards as we're talking. I have a few things I want to show you too that are coming up. First, I'm going to shuffle and get the card of the week. What's the energy of the week? Remember, we always pull these on a Friday. So I mean from now until next Friday. So it's not like we're pulling it on a Monday. What's the energy of the week? We're saying what's the energy of the next 7 days? Yep, I got a popper. That must be it. The next 7 days, we're all going to be doing a little bit of juggling and trying to find some balance. So that's what the energy of this coming week is. It sounds like normal to me. So, a couple things I want to show you what we've been doing. What's coming up? Classes. If you go to the aromags.com website, you're going to find all these classes and events. I am doing this Hex Appeal class, which is a Zoom class. It's only $15. If you go to aromags.com, you can get it. 35 tickets left. If you're on my Patreon at the $8 and up level, you get it free. And I have instructions there to how to get the ticket for free. And it's on my folkmagic.com, folkmagicstudio.com website. Then Reverend Roy, same day, we got a lot going on in August. Same day is his Understanding the Psychic Tarot deck. Now, that one is not Zoom, that's live and will be held here in the same, well, here in the studio, here in the classroom next door. And there's still tickets available. Actually, this is incorrect. Wonder what that's about. There's actually not 12 tickets allowed. Oh, 12 tickets available. Sorry. Yeah, a couple of people have already gotten tickets. What else? You got the National Tarot Society that's meeting usually the second Sunday of the month. This month it's August 3rd, coming up in August. Has been a big success. There are 30 people first time, 25 the second time, and then Roy has two Reiki classes coming up. Reiki level 1, August 9th. Reiki level 2, August the 10th. And you can get all of those on the aromags.com website. And also, we have the Psychic Fair coming up. Wish I could show you that poster. The Psychic Fair is on August. This is what I mean by August. Okay, I'm doing the Zoom class on the 2nd. He's doing his Psychic Tarot on the 2nd at the same time. The next day is August 3rd, and that is from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. We got 5 readers in the back room in the spirit room at aromaG, all set up at tables for a psychic fair. And as soon as that ends, 30 minutes later, we come over here to the August 3rd Nashville Tarot Society meeting. So basically what that boils down to is on Monday, we're going to be dead tired. So that's what's going on. And then another shameless thing. Hey, come over here and look at this. I want to show you this. I'm always talking about aromaG's YouTube, but come check out mine sometime. I have been uploading these videos where I actually have been doing artwork. This is um, acrylic painting mixed with collage, paper collage. And I have been working on lots of things like that lately. And you see, I sped them up too. They're like at this one, I think is at 8 times speed. I have 3 or 4 of them out there now. And hey, I'm not a master, but if you want to see some techniques for acrylic painting or decoupage, and I also do other magical crafting on my channel. I mean, I showed you how to take the clay and make goddesses, little goddess pendants, and I've done several things like that in the past. So yeah, go check out my YouTube channel, Folk Magic Studio. All right, I did all the announcing so we could get let some people get into the room. Now let me go and find the first question. First of all, the shout outs. We got Laura Strobel in the room, Ashley, Inspired Soul, Pat, Jane. Is that it? Where's all your friends? Did I scare them off from last week? Maybe. That's okay. They'll come back when they drop. You know, when they get a little bit of, some of you know what I meant by that. When they get their footing back on, so not too scared of me anymore. Let's see. Make sure I'm not skipping anything. I think the first one is Ashley, which, happy Friday, Papa G. Just a general card for me. General card. Well, it's a good one. I mean, 4 of Wands. It's the one that it's not the same as the rain. People often read this card the same as the one with the rainbow, which is the ten of cups, and they think it's all because it looks similar, like it's a real happy thing. This is often a greeting card, something that you're about to welcome something into your life, or welcome some people into your life, or welcome a new way of doing things. It's still a good, happy card. Inspired Soul says, what's coming for me? Well, what's coming for you is the High Priestess card, where she's telling you to listen to your inner voice, listen to your instincts, go with your gut. How many other adages can I come up with? It's about listening to yourself and not the noise of other people and their opinions. Um, Finding your inner voice and listening to it. So if that card came up, that means you're going to need to do that at some point in the next week or so. Pat, can you see when I will get over this general malaise, which is quite exhausting? Well, Lord, it took me a couple of weeks. I had malaise and anger. It's going to last a little bit longer, but you know what? It's partly self-induced. Maybe not always as much self-induced as you could get out of it, if you would, what's the words I'm looking for? You have to step outside of it. I mean, there's other stuff good going on behind you, around you, but you're in the thick of it, so you don't see it. So you have to forcibly step out of that zone. I suggest to everyone when this happens today, go somewhere you have never been before. And I don't mean going and taking a trip to Bali or something. Go to the park, even if it's for 10 minutes, sit on a bench you've never sat before. Go to a coffee shop, a restaurant, a museum that you've never been before, someplace you've never been before. I don't care if you've only got 10 minutes in there, do it. It breaks the pattern, it actually works. Jane wants a card. Here it is. The one we pulled for everyone, Jane. Juggling, balance, finding the balance between like home life, work life, or it can also be, let's say someone doesn't work. It could be a different type of balance within the home, doing everything for other people and doing things for yourself. Um, to find some balance this coming week. Laura. Like a card from my friend who's going through a domestic situation, will it be resolved peacefully or should she be prepared for trouble? It's the magician. No matter what happens, she'll be prepared. She has all the tools she needs in front of her, um, she knows all her options. She's thought about them, she's explored them. Um, I think it'll work out okay in the end. It seems like she has the upper hand in the situation. Juliana, can I get a reading? Yes. Wheel of Fortune. So, Juliana, right now, things can go either way, no matter whatever question you were really asking that you didn't say out loud. In this moment, it could go either way. Good, bad, stay the same. It could be a little bit too early to tell. So, it would be a good time for you to take the reins of whatever the situation is and make sure it goes in your favor because right now it can tip to either side. Jessica says, "Good morning and happy Friday." There's Sam, who reads in the store and just taught some classes. There's Karen and Victoria. Victoria says, "What awaits my mom this coming week? Thank you." Nine of Pentacles. Well, I think your mom's going to go walking in a grape vineyard and play with some falcons. Um, I don't see anything bad going on. If she's seeking out a loan, she's gonna get it, or if she's, been working on her budget, it's going well for her. This is someone who's in control. She knows her stuff. Other people look up to her, other people listen to her. If things have been out of control for her recently in whatever department, coming up in the next week or so, she's gonna find her control again. So, Sev, what's in store for me in my current home situation? It'll all turn out. There's a cup of 10 of cups I was telling you about. This is the one where everyone's rejoicing. Everything turned out fine. Everything turned out well in the end. So, whatever you're going through right now, it'll pass and it'll turn out in your favor. Or if anything, it'll feel like it, which is sometimes the same thing. Jessica, feeling a little anxious and curious. I should support myself today, this weekend? A good corset. Yikes. I think you should stay in the freaking house this weekend. Um, Ten of Swords. Um, I'm getting Caesar vibes. Sometimes it's about everyone stabbing you in the back, and sometimes um, it's about feeling that way, even though it's actually not what's happening or not what's happening yet. I would find some arts and crafts and do some stuff for yourself this weekend without a bunch of people, without a bunch of drama, and without a bunch of their. So people are going to ask you to do stuff. Just go get you some comfort food, settle in for the weekend, do some arts and crafts, read a book, sleep, and let whatever that energy is just stay outside. Uh, Laura, what is coming for me in my spiritual journey? Well, I don't think it's going to be a lot of movement. Right now, you're at this phase where you're not really sure what you believe, or you believe two different things, or you believe three different things. And just be okay with the fact that it's okay to do that. It's okay to be omni religious at the moment. Don't settle on anything till you know for sure that that's what you want to do. Keep exploring all of them. Sam says, "You get a card for why I can't get my manifestations moving lately. Probably because we're in Mercury retrograde now. That didn't help none of us." King of Cups. So there's some unfinished business with a man that needs to either resolve or male energy, resolve or go forward or be done with or something. So you have this sort of clean cut energy, like cut and clear. Um, so you can begin manifesting your own stuff. There's some sort of it's if it's not a person, it is a leftover energy that you've not cleared out yet. Oh my. Jane, that's some big shit. Jane says her cousin passed away Wednesday of advanced lung cancer, then found out her ex was arrested for child porn in Arkansas. If you're going to be arrested for it, it's going to be in Arkansas. Um, he was a nightmare, typical narcissist. I was the victim. So, yeah, okay. Your card showed you were juggling a bunch of BS. So, it's also BS. It's sadness. It's a lot. I suggest you also get some comfort food and stay in this weekend. Everyone, go get some fried chicken, a big old bucket of it, stay and some cake, and just stay home. Mary, do you think my marriage can get past this rough spot we're going through? All marriages go through ebbs and flows. Some are more serious than that. Some are problems that we're just sometimes we forget that the person we're married to is human too. Somebody made a mistake. Try for forgiveness first. It's the magician card. You all have the tools to. I always say the tools about this because it's true. The magician has all the tools in front of him. You have what it takes to actually put it back together, get past whatever it is, and move forward. Sherry would love a card for guidance in career. Is your career in the legal system? I don't know. It's the justice card, which means you have to look at something unbiased the way a judge would. Um, Are you looking at all the types of things you want to do with a career, or are you stuck on one theme? So, in other words, cast your net a little broader and do something you really like to do versus something you, eh, even if you're trained in, you kind of like to do. Use your head, not your heart, when making the decision. Sunny Sims wants a general card. I'm moving over to Lenormand for a few minutes. I shuffled before. I'm going to shuffle again. Sunny, it is the tree, which in Lenormand is about roots, ancestry, sometimes family. Um, do you need to reach out to your family right now? Do you have you been thinking about them lately, or you need to put down roots because you're a little bit too flighty? Um, I can't answer that. Only you can. But it does have something to do with being more firmly grounded. If you've been feeling a little up in the clouds lately. Oh, would we also get a card to see if I will get back my ex? Well, when was the last time you talked to them? You got to don't forget. You got to tell people you love them if you still do. They can't just sit there and wait and try to figure it out on their own. If you've got anything that you need to apologize for, do it. Things that we break up over everything. There's two sides to every story, and the truth is usually somewhere in the middle. But this card says that right now, in the moment you ask this question, you're probably not getting back together. I tell people the cards can change depending on the decisions we make, the actions we take, and the way we react to situations. So if you ask me the same question 6 weeks from now, after you made some serious decisions, took control of a situation, said your piece, uh, aired your grievances and your feelings, the answer might be different. In other words, like any of these things, it's all up to us. The cards are just telling us, you know, what to do based on where we are. Hello, Melina. Mary, can I get a reading? Thank you. Mary. You're going to get some sort of news about something, probably through the mail, email, a letter, a postcard. Nobody sends postcards anymore, but there's some sort of news you've been waiting for, um, and you're going to hear about it very soon in some sort of written form. It can also be about needing to open up communication. Goodness, how many people's in here? Right now, 12. I think there was 27 at one time. Tanya, will my temporary work assignment end in the next 2 to 4 weeks? Is it scheduled to? So you're looking for a yes and no answer, but it shows right now it's not clear. I think the people at your workplace haven't made up their minds whether this project is done or they want to keep you, or the moon is always about unknown things. So, in other words, I don't know. I think there's still other stuff at play before a decision is going to be made. All right. Rosie Jane. I'm fine. Could you draw a card? What's coming for me? I'm making plans to meet people connected with my work for 2026. You're a long term planner. It's in Lenormand, the card of nostalgia, childlike enthusiasm, looking at things through more of a simplistic lens. Um, I think you need to plan some little stuff that leads up to whatever the big stuff is for 2026. Um, it's sort of like laying groundwork. Something tells me you need to lay groundwork. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Deb, my brother passed away on Thursday. I'm sorry to hear about that. Can you give any messages? Usually not my talent, but I'm going to see what the cards say and see if anything comes through. Sometimes when people pass away that quick, when we ask a question of it and it hasn't been very long, a lot of times there's silence because I don't know. We don't know what they're doing on the other side. Are they adjusting? Are they in orientation? Are they apartment shopping in the clouds? They're getting settled. And just as I suspected, Four of Swords, it's like right now he's going to be silent for a little bit. Try in the next 3 months maybe to reach out, light a candle. You can always light a candle for him at all anytime now and try to reach him. I think that's true about going through a period of adjustment where we don't hear from them, if for those of us who can hear, um, because they want us to get used to them not being here. I don't get anything bad though. Iyajani. Now, Iyajani, there's actually someone in here called Grand Rising. So that always messes with me when you salutate with that. But a message about a recent spiritual epiphany. Yeah, that always throws me off. Maybe just start out with, hey, bitch. Recent spiritual epiphany. I think it's a good one because here's the Hierophant, which, I mean, it sets you as a spiritual leader. So whatever it is, I think you should run with it and add it to your spiritual repertoire. Let's see, where are we? Some of y'all, I wish I knew how to pronounce your names. I'm going to call you OB of L. Could you have a card? OB of L. OB of LD. Yikes. That Five of Pentacles. Now, what is it about this card? I mean, most of the time I tell the story of, she's cold. He's got a broken leg. They're like, what are we going to do? It's freezing out here. And if they turn around, they would see there's a warm church to go into. That's the story I usually tell about this card because it deals with being so wrapped up in our own misfortune or misery or just situation that we don't see that there's a way out of it. We just don't see it because we're so focused on the ick. So quit focusing on the ick. Look around you. Expand your visual. Jennifer Whitus, may I get a card, please? And thank you. What card have we got? Judgment. Sometimes judgment is seen as in the Christian aspect of Judgment Day, when you'll have to face for the good things you've done, the bad things that you've done. Um, it reminds me, this card always reminds me of the movie. If you've not seen it, go see it. I think was it Mel Brooks? One of the Brooks. And Meryl Streep defending your life. That was a pretty good movie. But sometimes it can be about judging ourselves, um, being too harsh with ourselves. I think this intuitively, I'm getting that you're too hard on yourself sometimes, or whatever the situation is. So lighten it up. Tasha, last time I asked the same question. Are my efforts in the right direction, or am I pushing against a resistance? This card is similar to the one in Lenormand that I talked about that dealt with nostalgia. Um, it's also about having roots or plans laid out in a situation that you can fall back on, that you can rely on. Um, I think you're going in the right direction with this card, but sometimes you may relapse into old think, which makes you believe that you're not moving forward. But I think you're going in the right direction. Well, we have gone for 30 minutes and the questions have ended. So that's perfect timing. I did want to go over a little bit today, like we did, because, like I said last week, I was grumpy. Um, so, yeah, I was giving you some extra time this week. For those who witnessed me last week, I'm sorry you had to witness that. Sometimes you got to blow your lid when things just aren't going right and people are misbehaving. And sometimes, unlike what I did, we need to try to not let it get to us so much. But it's sometimes hard to do when you are in charge of a bunch of people, responsible for a bunch of people, you know. So, tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is mine and Reverend Roy's 10th wedding anniversary, uh, and 22 years together. Of course, 11 years ago, it wasn't legal for us to get married. We'll see if anyone's going to try to take that away next year. Um, but yeah, tomorrow, 22 years, 10 years legally married. We're probably going to celebrate by, we're going to cheat on our diet. We're going to go get some lasagna somewhere. All right, till next week. Don't forget, go check out aromags.com. What have we got on sale? Everything's in stock now. More things are coming in. Go check out on aromags.com/classes, Reverend Roy's class. Sign up for that if you're local. My Zoom class coming up. I'm doing Hexapeel because I haven't done the Zoom class in a while, and I wanted to do a class I had taught before while I get back in the groove of it. But everyone always loved this class. And then I have some ideas for some future classes that I've never done before. Maybe all of us crafting a book of shadows. Um, what's your fairy tale archetype? Things like that. All right. So, in the meantime, till you hear my voice again, go listen to my podcast, The Feral Folklorist. Joanna, I'm sorry, but you have come in when we're leaving. It is 11:05. I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, and then we're going to go because it's past time. Please put your question quickly in the chat. Uh, 3 general. All right, nobody ask any questions after this, unless you're going to do a super sticker, because I was getting ready to sign off, and probably if I hadn't been talking about my podcast, you would have missed us. Tasha, do you sell the shirts in the store? Not this one, not my merch, but you can get on the Feral Folklorist website. But aromaG's has a bunch of neat t-shirts in the store. Alina, sorry, I'm only taking the readings are over for today. I'm pulling one because someone paid for one. But yeah, normally we read 20 to 30 minutes and it's been 35. So hold on to that question, Alina, until next week. All right. Three of Wands. You're assessing things at the moment. You're this is different than there's a card that looks like this one that deals with the planning phase. This is someone who actually has um maybe they have finances, maybe they have holdings, maybe they have property, and they're figuring what they want to do next. Ten of Wands is about um reaping your rewards. Actually, you've put in a bunch of hard work. It's the time for you to sit back, reap the rewards. But there is some sort of energy that keeps stealing your joy in it. Um, I often want to know what that is. Hmm. Five of Wands. It can be family fighting, not wishing you well, and judgment. Because they do judge you about certain things. I think this is a story we've talked about before where there are family members who want to see you fail. Um, Luckily, we do work that prevents that. But I think lately one of them has been active again in wanting to see you fail. And don't worry, I'll keep your candle lit for that. So until next week, um, I think I've covered everything. Until next week, every Friday, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Get here on time to get your question answered. Till then, bye bye.